Hi everyone, welcome to episode 24 of Brome Bird News. I just wanted to remind you that we have a lot of forums going on our website, bromebirdnews.com. So don't be shy, come for a visit and leave your comments. Today I would like to talk to you about where not to place your feeders. I'm still learning too. So you see, I have a squirrel-proof feeder here, and it is really squirrel-proof because when squirrels get onto it, the ports close and squirrels just can't get into the seed. The only thing you have to remember about these feeders when you hang them is that they have to be at least 18 inches from anywhere where squirrels can climb. So let me see what I have here. That's only 11 inches, and you know, I have seen squirrels suspending themselves from this branch and stretching out and helping themselves to hold the seed. So I guess I'll have to move this feeder somewhere away from cedar hedge. Another way to hang your feeders is to get a pole like I have here. I actually love this pole. You know, you have multiple stations, it has a nice baffle so raccoons and squirrels can climb up. The only problem I have here is, I set it up in the autumn when all the animals were already sleeping. I didn't think of the tree above it, and it turns out that raccoons have no fear and they can actually jump from the tree onto the pole. All the feeders are secured by zip ties, but what raccoons do, and that's what I saw this year, is that they just hold on to a feeder and then they swing it like that, and they drop all the seed on the ground, and that way they empty all the feeders. So this is what I will be moving later on, away from the tree. And let's not forget about platform feeders. I do have one here, and I really enjoy looking at cardinals on this feeder. It has a tray which actually serves as a baffle, so I've never seen squirrels trying to climb and go up the feeder. My problem is that I set up this pole too close to the cedar hedge. You see, squirrels can jump from 5 to 10 feet. So if you want to have a setup like this, make sure it's at least, 10 feet away from any surfaces like this. Let's see what I have here. It's not even 5 feet. So again, later on, I will be moving this setup somewhere away from a cedar hedge. David, a question for you is from Jeff Jones, who lives in Tennessee. He's wondering if there is anything he can do to discourage house sparrows and starlings from moving into his bluebird houses.
Hi, Jeff. You've actually asked two questions, as each species must be dealt with in different ways. The starling problem is an easy solution, so let's dispense with that first. Starlings are more stocky than bluebirds, so if you adjust your nest box hole to no smaller and no larger than 1.5 inches or 1 9/16 inches, they should not be able to access the box. As for the house sparrows, that's a much more complicated problem because, as you've found out, they can indeed access nest boxes with that hole size. And moreover, a completely sparrow-proof bluebird nest box does not yet exist. According to the website of the North American Bluebird Society, which I urge you to visit, it's better to not even put up one bluebird box than have even one producing one house sparrow young. There are two general strategies for dealing with these pesky invaders, active and passive. The active strategy involves monitoring the boxes closely and removing the sparrow nests with egg and or babies in them, and even putting out traps to catch the adults and humanely kill them. Most folks don't have the heart to do either of these things, and in some states or provinces it might even be illegal. So check with your wildlife authorities in your local neighborhood first. As for the passive strategy, this entails making sure that you don't locate your boxes anywhere near house sparrow habitat and minimizing any feeding or roosting opportunities for the sparrows in your neighborhood. You might try looking up sparrow spookers or Gilbertson PV nest boxes for bluebirds on the internet. They seem to garner some success. Finally, your cheapest solution might be to simply plug up the nest box holes until your bluebirds show up.
There are two stories on Brome Bird Book that I just couldn't resist. Well, imagine being able to talk to your children before they're born. Not sure how my parents would have reacted to that. Well, scientists in Australia were recording alarm calls of superb fairy wrens and accidentally discovered noises and sounds coming from the eggs, mimicking their parents. Apparently, this tells parents which of the hatchlings will be smarter and will have a better chance of survival. Also, recently I've been talking to you about urban area birds changing their songs to compete with city noise. Well, recently researchers at McGill University found that city birds were actually smarter than their country cousins. The study used bullfinches and demonstrates that city birds were interacting more with their environment. They were a lot more confident. And in some cases, some of the birds could actually open drawers to get to their food source. Well, country cousins didn't show any of those signs of intelligence or motivation. There may be something to city living after all. I think a lot of us will agree that we're not too keen on house sparrows. They are invasive, aggressive, and they're always hungry. And why did Europeans bring them to North America anyway? Well, while the population of house sparrows is thriving on this continent, it is declining in India. It's hard to believe, but it is true. You see, the way they're building houses and gardens over there does not allow for any cavities or for any natural sources of food. So it's basically habitat loss for house sparrows in India. Well, now local populations are encouraged to put up bird houses, nesting boxes, bird feeders, and baths. And there is actually a Sparrow Day that is celebrated there every year on March 20th. Since 1970, the population of the European turtle dove has fallen by 96%. This puts this bird on the red list of animals approaching extinction. But despite these horrible numbers, the Maltese government continues to issue 11,000 licenses to hunt turtle doves legally on the island. You see, Malta is a stop for turtle doves on their annual migration, and the hunt used to be a way to control bird population on the island. This year, in response to public pressure, the Maltese government decided to reduce the number of licenses from 11,000 to 5,000. What a great reduction. Well, everyone knows that this will do nothing to protect the bird population, and everyone is hoping that the EU will intervene. You see, hunting birds during springtime is completely forbidden, is illegal throughout the EU, yet the Maltese government continues to issue hunting licenses. If you want to see nature and lots of nature, you should definitely go to Alaska. This week on Mark Your Calendar, I actually don't have to say much to you. The coordinator of the Kachemak Shorebird Festival, Robbie Mixon, sent us a video.
Greetings from Homer, Alaska, the home of the Kachemak Bay Shorebird Festival. We are busy getting ready for our festival that will be this May from May 12th through the 15th. We have over 100 different events for folks to choose from, including boat trips, birding by bus, birding by stand-up paddleboard, and a ton of different educational lectures and workshops. This year we will feature art by Ram Popish, and we have a few different keynote speakers. We have Dale Roslet and Kevin Carlson, along with bird chick Sharon Stidler. So if you need more information, you can visit us at kachemakShorebird.org. Hope to see you in May.
I guess everyone is gearing up for Easter because we didn't get as many pictures this week. The ones that we did receive were absolutely spectacular. We will post them on our websites. So let's have a look at the top 5 that we picked this week. And we're sending this video, the Squirrel Solution 200, to Tom Lorsing from Maryland. Tom, I loved your picture of the bluebird. I will be talking about bluebirds on the next episode. Well, these are all the stories I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any suggestions, don't be shy to write to me, Tatiana@bromebirdcare.com.